All right. So I am going to start a VOD review here. You're in this channel, but I think you're AFK. You can just hop in whenever. It looks like you're going to play some Ana. That's interesting. I have never VOD reviewed your support play at all. So this ought to be interesting. Right off the bat, I'm noticing you don't have a golden gun. That's really weird. I've never seen someone without a golden Ana gun. That's just like kind of sacrilege, honestly. I'm not sure why you're throwing. All right, I like that you kind of wait there for a second for the spam damage to come through. That's kind of nice. You can pick either side, but, you know, just make your mind up here. You're a little bit running behind. It's fine, though. This is a fine spot. You're here going to support your tanks. Let's get some damage in here if you can. Give it kind of nade. Nice nade. Didn't really hit a whole lot, but that's okay. It's good that you know that you want to be aggressive with it whenever possible. Your co-support here is a Zen, so it's going to be hard for you to kind of ask for support. But generally, if you are low, I'd like to see that you're asking for that support. Saying, I need healing from your Zen, so that your Zen can heal you up. You don't have to waste your nade. So I'll be looking for that a little bit here. And we're going to support him up a little bit here. We got like to get a nice angle in here, see what we can find. This is good. This is good. Oh, almost. What we kind of do, you just kind of want to get behind this here. Throw this fucking nade. Get that fucking nade right here. Yeah, it's the kind of nade you want to get. You know what I mean? Okay, this is good though. This angle over here lets you see your team, and you don't want to be aiming scope for this. You just want to like hip fire these. You don't want to scope in here because I know it's urgent that they need this health right now. They're kind of low. They're getting kind of crit. But you want to be able to keep your peripheral view open here on this flank. So if you can't do that, then that is going to be a little bit of a problem. Here, way too much time spent in the scope. Want to like be unscoped on that. It's fine that you want to retreat here. That's cool. I'm just using this band. Big sleep, dude. Big, huge sleep, actually. You're gonna have to nade yourself there. That's really unfortunate. You seem kind of confused about like what you should be doing. When in doubt, when your team just doesn't seem like they know what they're supposed to do, just try to be a DPS on a. Just try to be DPS. You can either just play at this van here, or if you want to, if you prefer, you can make this rotation. I mean, your team is like pretty much non-committed enough at this point. I mean, if you look at your team here, right? Like you're not doing anything right now. Your Winston's gonna throw the game. That's fine. Let him throw the game. You're waiting on 2 respawns, so you can make this rotation, right? So I'd look at this right now, and I'd be like, okay, so first of all, my Winston's gonna die. I'm gonna let that happen. Okay, no reason to be crazy right now. We're not going to just tank support this through their no deaths on DPS. I just say fuck this, go up the alley, get up to here. Okay, now you've got like a high ground position. You can start shooting from here. You can also go up here and start shooting from here and just be like really aggressive with this. Right? You could be doing that. But it is also okay to totally just stay exactly where you're at here and just be shooting the enemy team. Put pressure on them. Put pressure on them right here. It's a good wall on their part. And just eating a sleep out there. That's fine. We're still kind of just like waiting on some shit. This is really bad. You probably don't want to be walking forward here with your team. This can have value. Okay, so this isn't totally low, like completely low value. What you're going to try to do here, it looks like, is you're trying to get a flank. You might die here. So their whole team, right? I don't think they saw you do this. None of them are looking at you. You could go up here, and as your team regroups, you could find yourself back here. And at the same time as your team regroups, you could start shooting them from behind and just kind of corral your whole team forward, because they're all going to start looking backwards. Once they start rotating their attention backwards, you're basically playing the role of distracty tank, like the Hammond role. That's technically possible to do, although this is like definitely punching above your weight class. So it's gonna have varying results, right? Very sneaky. I like you know exactly what you're doing. It's the same thing that I just suggested. It needs to be done pretty quick though. This tiptoeing is nice. They can't hear you. That's great. But, like, your team's dying. Okay, now you're down a soldier. So this is just already kind of getting kind of low value. All right, you get some nice damage in here. They're gonna start seeing you soon. Big sleep. Almost hit them. Nice. This big damage. They just have no idea you're here. So now the junk starts getting privy about this. You're starting to feel the effects of your team just not having you on the other side. Big sleep. Good job. I mean, overall, big play. I like that you didn't heal yourself with that nade. Awesome. I'd be saying need healing here so that you can get your Zen to throw an orb at you. Good job. Big nade. Okay. Nice kill. Nice sleep. Yeah, that's unfortunate you had to drop off like that. Zac is fine. You can still beat her in the hack. You just got to get some nice hip fires on her. You just kind of like left you alone? Okay. Definitely that kind of... back a little bit. I want to rewatch a little bit of that. You got a good kill here. Okay, and so you start healing your Rhine up a little bit. You can kill this Zarya. Okay, make sure that Zarya died. Nice. Okay. Now we want to kill this Ana. Missed a couple shots there. Good shot, good shot. Almost had the kill on that Moira. A good wall on their part. Let's try to shoot some damage here. If you can't see your team, just shoot some damage. Good rotation here. As you're waiting for the bubble to go away, you get one shot. You get this sleep on her. This is good. And you can't stay up here, obviously, forever. Your team is not in a place right now where they can peel for you. So, like, at this time, with 3 of them dead and this Zarya slept and you have nade in hand, you could just honestly walk straight off this window and leave. Because this is no longer winnable, given, like, who's alive and everything. So, yeah, I would just honestly, even though we just committed this simul, I don't think it's winnable. You just pull out. Yeah, everything leading up after that point was just an inevitability. So it's just kind of whatever. Die as soon as possible. Okay, so you got Lucio now. It's going to speed boost you. That's kind of nice. Big sleep dart. Almost hit him. I don't know if I would have jumped down there. You had perfect vantage him without jumping off. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, you winnable. Nice. Good job. He choked. That's funny. Oof. Super high up there. Nice. Like that you didn't just blow the nano there. That was good. That was good patience on that. Although you're going to have to retreat here, yeah. If they don't follow you in. Why is he jumping off? Oh my gosh. You just picked up this. You didn't have to use nade on yourself there.
Focus our attack on the objective.
Yeah, so in this, like, go back a second. So you're kind of just, like, chilling around here. Kind of waiting for your Reinhardt to come back, right? Take this opportunity to find your way up here. Alright? Like, yeah, you can shoot down main, but, like, up here, you can kind of, like, shoot into this window and start denying this. Back up here if you want to, like, not get shot by the Mei. And then, like, shoot here. You can see all the way up to here, obviously. Like, you could be shooting someone standing here. You could be shooting someone at this window. And you could be shooting someone at this window if they're looking out. Whereas if you're standing right here, then all you can do is shoot up at this window, not in this position, and not at that window unless you're willing to walk really far forward up to this rock, which, you know, is not, you know, feasible, sure. But here's the natural cover, right? You get to see that angle, this angle, way up there on the high ground, and anyone who comes up around here. Whereas down here, like if you're standing down here, you can't see anyone who's flanking this way. Like Junkrat sneaking this way, little tiptoe action. You're not gonna see him. So I think you spend a little bit too much time here on this low ground. You've done well in being like proactive up until this point. And I think that this is a moment where you just kind of forgot to be a more as proactive as you were before, as you have been. We throw a nade and it just kind of hits a shield. I do this too a lot. I'll look at shields and I'll think, you know, if he pulls that shield down, this nade's going to be good. Or if he pulls that shield down, this sleep's going to be good. I'm trying to train myself out of that. I think it's a bad habit. I don't want to be throwing nades and sleeps at shields in the idea in this magical world where maybe they move that shield away and it gets value. So there you kind of just threw a nade at a shield with no indication that he would pull the shield down. So now you just don't have the nade. Potential nade there. Not a whole lot of follow-up can happen with that nade. Good nade. That's fine. That could have hit that Mei, which forces that ice block. That's pretty good. Bring your team up. There's a Zarya behind you. That's really dangerous. Yeah, let's go back just a second here. That was a full 20 seconds back, but that's fine. This works. Okay, so you're going up here. You're going to try to support this Ryan here. You're throwing this out. You just want to stay in this little hallway thing right here, okay? Because one thing that's for certain is that Ryan is going to take some damage up here. You know, you've got this Mei right there. You have Zarya who's about to come up. This high ground is not cleared for you yet. Okay, we're working on it. We're not quite there. So even before this is cleared, all right, we're going to see you, right, walking into this space. You don't have to be here yet. With this Zarya up here, like you're kind of now exposed. You could have stayed up over here in this little notch. Like it's just not cleared yet, right? If I'm playing Ana here, I'm just kind of like waiting for this thing to definitely happen, and I'm just chilling right here. I can see both sides. I'm going to try not to scope in. This is just going to be all hip fire, right? This is all hip fire. Here you got caught next to the Zarya. It's okay. She didn't kill you. But even now, you know, you're seeing all this fire here, like this Sombra that's shooting from down there. Kind of annoying. Like, just kind of be careful of your positioning. I'd still kind of just pull back to here until your team jumps off, in which case then you can kind of like peek off here without like looking at the Sombra, or start taking shots at her. Like, give her some pressure or a reason to move around, go somewhere. See now, tire's coming, hits. Okay, that was your tire. Sorry. Okay, it's an okay nano. If I just go back a second, where the hell is my mouse? Honestly, my mouse is completely gone. It's really shitty. Okay, go back 5 seconds. Okay, so your idea here is to let him come down this kind of high ground with a nano boost to do something, but it's just a little bit too early. Like, he hasn't lost any health yet, and part of the big value you get with nano boost is the opponent seeing that Reinhardt is needing help, like he's in a bad situation, so they commit resources to like kill this Reinhardt. Right, they're gonna commit resources to kill him. Like this would be using a mobility cooldown to get closer to him, or using like a bubble to put someone close to him and not take as much damage from the hammer. And it's at that moment, after they've used cooldowns to approach him and make an engagement against your weak and feeble Reinhardt, that you use the nano, give him back the full health, and now they've overextended. Like, force the overextension. And this, you're not, right? Because if you use this nano boost on him, and like, imagine you still have nano. Imagine he isn't nanoed yet. All right. So he drops down. They use coalescence, right? And they swing on a little bit. Now he's kind of low. Or maybe here. Okay, that's really big. So now your team is starting to be kind of hacked. What if it was at this point? That, wait, who's, yeah. So it's your team that's getting hacked here. What if at this moment is the moment that you gave him the nano? So now he would have taken a little bit more damage from the coalescence and the hammer, but now they've already used EMP, and sure, like, he can't use fire strike or charge or anything like that, but they've already, now they would have committed so much more, right? And you didn't have to drop off from that. That was a major mistake for you to drop off the edge there. I don't know if you got booped or something. I don't think he did. I think he just walked off. Okay, very much this was just like a oops moment. I think that, going back for a second, I think that when you dropped off here, I think you felt the mistake in your core. You knew that was a mistake, and from here it was just kind of like, oh shit, okay, well, I'll make the best of this as much as I can. But yeah, this is just like, it making the best of what you have here. You would have fallen back, like, as far back as you can into this corner, you know, like, play this mini. All right, if you were level-headed, I think you could be playing here, but I think you're disappointed in yourself because you know you fucked up. You know you should not be on this, like, here. That's not good. And so it's just one mistake after another. Okay, we just take it down main. This is a loss. There's no way in the world this does anything. Nothing you can do here. Go next. All right. So, yeah, I agree with you. You kind of started up here for a second. Excuse my cough. You started up here for a second, and one thing you'll notice about starting up here is that it's a strong defensive position, but it's not a strong offensive position. It's really hard to get your nade to like land profitably over here, and it's also difficult just to see the choke in general when you're standing up here. This whole thing, like right here, is just in your way. This is a big problem. If anyone's at this window, okay, yeah, they can't really see you too well, but like you can't see them very well either. A lot of like obstruction. If anyone goes over here to like this high ground, you can't really see them or pressure them or do anything except if you go over here. All right. So you have options up here, but it's very defensive. It's very like, okay, you went to pagoda. Sure, I'll like peek over here and see if I can like shoot you off pagoda or something like that. But down here, this position is really good. You can see the enemy team. You can throw nades at this choke, and that little ceiling thing right there, this little thing, this bullshit, it won't bother you. You can just like, you can land that nade. That's no problem. You can land nades against this door to hit them like over their shield, no problem. Um, Another thing, so let me get rid of that. So if you have to, you can still rotate over to this mini if you really need to, or if you need to, like you can see from here, like shoot, 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 and then like step over here, you can see that, or even like from here, honestly, this angle can like see both the choke and that little high rise here, this little high ground. It's so good. This position is really good, and not only is this position really good for Ana, in my opinion, I think this is a really good position for McCree as well. If you were going to play McCree on defense here, I think this is the place to stand. I think it's just really good. If they're gonna TP point, you got a fat nade on them, and then you can rotate back and protect your team as they like come through. Like you can do this whole rotation thing and stay alive. It's really hard for them to make a play against you. The only thing you're weak to is a portal right up here. If they portal up here, then you're kind of shit out of luck. So you just gotta be really careful as you see them doing Symmetra stuff. If you know they have Symmetra, start rotating to this side. If you see that TP up there, just beeline it. Don't even look back. Just beeline this shit. Go up here. Okay. Well, that's ambitious. That diva just didn't make the jump and kind of fed. Like, really, really fed. Ryan's not doing the right thing. There we go. We're going fine here. A little too much healing here. You can be a little more aggressive. I know doesn't look like there's a whole lot to shoot at, but notice there's a bastion up there, and you can see that bastion. If you stand right here, you can absolutely see that bastion. So be looking for that. There you go. You see the bastion. Yeah, you can see the bastion. Very nice. Very good. Nice. Get rid of that portal. That's a quick scope opportunity right there, by the way. When you see that, go back to 5 seconds. You see this? And a quick scope, by the way, is where you kind of just, you go in for the scope, and then you go for the click as quick as possible, and then you release the scope. So it's just the fastest possible scope and shot right here. This is the opportunity. Quick scope. I mean, yes, you are reloading. You are reloading, so that's fair. But here, quick scope, move on. Quick scope, and then the idea of quick scoping is that you maintain your non-scoped peripheral vision as much as possible. Here you could do it again. You could quick scope the enemy Ana if you wanted to, or you could just start scoping in on her. I'd be shooting this Ana. Shoot. Yep. Good. Good. Almost got her. The heals. That sleep should have been on the diva. I wanted to save that that nade for the enemy team as well. You got to kill this Ana up here. A little bit of wasted sleep, but it was nice and aggressive, and I like that. Unfortunate that Widow got you. That really sucks.
I've come back from. You're covered.
Oof. Oof. This sucks. You can win this duel. That sucks, man. Sorry.
Objective lost. New defense point. Objective B.
I think you know that they're on coast, right? I think you know because at this point, if you're in voice, your Torb is telling you. All right, hopefully he is. If you're not in voice, that's fine. I totally understand. I wouldn't be in voice either. But you know they have a sim, and you should start hearing those turret sounds. This is a really good spot. This Sigma shield, you just milk this shit. That's gonna be a problem. Nice. Sleep. Hey, finish her. Finish her. You see that health bar? You can finish her.
You're powered up. Get
Yeah,
in
you can't
there.
finish her. Oh, nice. Okay. Good junk, got it. I like it. See what you can find out this alleyway. No, it's not. You want to go a little further. Or do this. Kind of look up there. Just be peeking. You see the diva down here? That's good. Diva's feeding. Get the old charge for free. Very nice. You didn't have to throw that nade. Don't throw that nade. Nade is so powerful. Just take a moment to look at your team. Just look at your team. All right. You ready to defend this? I don't think you are. This is where you don't want to be in the forefront. If you know they're coming, your team just is doing some weird shit. Here, I just noticed, you know, go back 5 seconds, you know, go back 10 seconds. Okay, here you are, right? Between fights. You don't see your team on your screen, right? No team on your screen? Where's your team? Team not on your screen, right? You don't even see them on the catwalk. Where does that mean they are? That means they're in the respawn screen or they're on point. And you can't defend this up by yourself, so you need to be looking behind at your team when you don't see them. Here's the soldier. This is dangerous. Okay, so your team started to come up the stairs now. That's good. This is fine now. What the fuck? Okay, so they throw a fucking... They yeet the grab up here. You get the Sigma. You kind of ditch that. Try to go down here. Trying to help your Ryan. Yeah, we get the kills we need. Okay, it's fine to be up here now because your team kind of holds it. You've looked around. You kind of know where your team is. That's good. And this angle, hit through this window, really good. Although you just didn't utilize it there. I don't know. What are you looking at? That was such a waste of time. Some shots, nice. Didn't quite hit, but that's okay. Just the effort that counts.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Nice sleep, dude. That was a bit of a waste. You didn't have to throw that nade. What you actually want is the nade to be up here for what they're about to do here. I'd be kind of looking over this way. It'd be kind of nice as well if you know where they are, like this diva, knowing that diva's over there. I could see a potential rotation where you come down here where the Junkrat is and kind of just use this pillar here. All right. And watch as they come in. If your team is, especially if your team is willing to like be up there and like rotate downwards, if you can nade them as they come in and like just hit this wall, that's huge. That's some huge shit if you can pull that off. Yeah, try to hip fire that a little bit if you can too. That was a nice sleep. That's a good nade because it's on hog. I wouldn't have given that up. Your Sigma had it. That was fine. Your Sigma you can tolerate this. Like this guy isn't just gonna kill you instantly. If you go back for a second. Alright. Get the shield here. Get the turret to deal with. the Sigma to deal with. He's not gonna be able to do anything. You didn't have to give up that.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Okay, good sleep again. You're really keeping this hog at bay. Good. Keeping that hog at bay. Nice. Throwing nades at hogs, always worth. Even though you're not hitting these, this is good. This is a good target. You don't have to be healing your team right now. So that's really awesome. Watch out how many times you go for the shot, though. If you're missing a lot of the shots, like, I'm going to go back for a second here. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at this BAP. 1, 2, 3. Pull out a scope for a second. Just pull out a scope for just a second and resurvey the battlefield for just a moment and then scope back in. And it can be a quick. I mean, this can be like unscope scope, right? It can be really quick, but you just want to make sure you're not scoping in for too long. When you go for this 4th shot, 5th shot, 6th, 7 shots, it's a bit much. Like, go for 3, unscope, and then go in for 3. Just try like 3 at a time. Maybe 4. Once you hit that 4th one, you have to feel it mentally, like, I'm making a mistake right now. It's a bit much, but you know, sometimes it is what it is. You just do it, whatever. When you do the 5th one, something needs to trigger in your mind, like, I need to unscope right now. I need to know what's happening, because there's no way you can survey the battlefield when you're scoping that long. 1, 2, 3, unscope. Good. That was fine. That's fine. Nice.
Get back in the fight.
Ah, good try. 2, 3. Good. Unscope. Nice. Nice duck back there. Good nade. Good shot. Nice. So you got this. Nice sleep. Start rotating back up the stairs. You don't have to stay here. You don't want to be here. This is wrong. You got something in you has to know that this is wrong. No, no, no. You don't want to be here. No, 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 no. Okay. A little better. A little better. Good. This is much better. This is what I want to see. Nice. Good damage. Didn't have to jump off the high ground. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Very dangerous. Your Sigma had to drop off with you to give you a shield. No. Decent nano. Nice. Tracer on you here. Don't panic. It's okay. Good. All right. Yeah, a lot of dropping up the high grounds. Definitely panicking here against this Tracer. I'm not sure what that little strafe was. Let's watch that again. Okay, so you're throwing the nade there. Just kind of yeeting it because you're a little bit flustered with this Tracer on you. I wish you would have looked at the Tracer. Like, I know we're in overtime here, right? I get it. I get it. I wish you would have looked at the Tracer. All you really have to do is get Tracer with like one shot. Some Tracers, especially at this elo, some Tracers will recall if you just hit them once. One shot, they'll recall. Other Tracers will allow themselves to get shot twice. Although, if you land the first one, then the second shot, what you do is you shoot animation cancel with punch, and that's a death. They can't live through that, actually. So that's a GG. Just so you know. Also right there, did you have sleep? Looks like you did not have sleep. You had no cooldowns, but you could still like try to at least like look at the tracer there rather than just run away. Um, it's a whatever point. Okay. But yeah, mostly what I'm seeing here is like I can definitely tell you're making an effort to shoot and do some damage. That's really good. I feel like you need to look at your team a little bit more between fights. Um, it's just going to take some practice to know what you should be doing between fights. A few times it was just kind of downtime. What should I be doing? Probably pressing tab, looking at the enemy team comp, seeing if they're switching, and that's all good. That's all good. Just be working on that. Just be thinking like, wanting what do you want to be doing between fights? Do you want to reposition? And if you do, how you're repositioning and all that. So just something to be thinking about. Let's open up this next one. Already exists in my list. I see. So this is one of the games we played yesterday. I'm not really sure which one it was, and also this is gonna be one that you played with Ouija and friends. So meh. I don't know. Give me a different one. I don't want to watch that one. All right. Anyway, GG's. Thanks for the code, and see you next time.